Alright, we're opening a TFSA on Questrade together right now. Because here's the annoying truth. The easiest way to mess up investing in Canada isn't picking the wrong stock or ETF. It's picking the wrong type of account or wrong settings at setup. And that's the kind of mistake that can cause tax headaches and worse, make it take longer for your wealth to grow. And quick disclosure before we start, this is financial education only, not financial advice. Your situation is different from mine, so always double check and see if this is really the best financial service for you. Now let's start. Get your phone or laptop ready and I'll show you step by step how to open a TFSA account on Questrade. Now the first step is to sign up, and there are two ways you can do that. You can just go to their website or you can download the Questrade app. But if you want to get a $50 cashback in your account, you can instead use my affiliate code down below to sign up for your account. You'll just need to open a self-directed account and fund it with at least $250. Don't worry, I'll explain step by step how you can get the cashback. So if you want to sign up on desktop and if you want to get that $50 cashback, you can head down to the descriptions, click on my link, and it will take you to this page. Simply click open your account and fill in your details here. Now, if you want to sign up on your phone instead, that's what I did, then the first step is to simply download the app on your phone. It's available both for iPhone as well as Android. Make sure that you download the right app, which is the Quest Mobile Invest and Trade right here. Here we're on the sign up page. Hit get started, then open account. Input your first and last name and hit next. It will ask for your email address and also phone number. Then you need to create a user ID and a password. Hit next. Then you have the option to set up Face ID. I personally love this feature because it makes things more secure but also faster to access your account. So set it up if you like, or you can leave it for now and do it later. On the next page, the app asks you what type of account you want to open. Now, in case you're already sure that you want to open a TFSA, simply click on the first button, tax-free savings account, right ahead. But just in case you still have any doubts whether or not you're doing the right thing, let me explain. Think of opening an investment account like pouring the foundation of a house. If the foundation is crooked, you can still build a house, but everything becomes harder and more expensive. Same idea here. You see there are several account choices here, and depending on which you choose, you'll get a different tax treatment. Here's a quick refresher on what a TFSA or tax-free savings account is and what it actually does for you in your wealth building journey. A TFSA is all about tax-free growth. It means that when you put money into a TFSA, also called contributing, and invest that money, let's say in stocks, and you receive dividends and someday later sell your stocks and get profit or what's called a capital gain, those capital gains will not be taxed. You can even pull out your money out of your TFSA at any time and not get taxed. Mainly because the money you put into the TFSA in the first place was already taxed. But note that you won't get a tax deduction when you contribute. That's different than, let's say, an RRSP, where yes, your investments can also grow tax-free. However, once you withdraw funds from your RRSP, that amount will be subject to taxes. The upside, though, is that any money you contribute to your RRSP can be deducted. And this reduces your taxable income and likely your tax bill. And you can certainly open both, you just need to know whether you want one or the other or both. Luckily, it's a bit simpler with a TFSA compared to the RRSP. The TFSA allows you to grow your investments tax-free in a more flexible way, I would say. If you need to withdraw money later on for some short-term expense or emergency, you can just sell your investments and withdraw the money without it being taxed. I won't go into more detail. You can watch this video later to learn more about the TFSA. So if you've decided for yourself that you want to open a TFSA, then click here. See here, it says invest towards short or long-term goals without paying excess taxes and fees. Key benefits: anytime, flexible withdrawals, carry over extra contribution room, and no annual fees. Then hit open TFSA. Okay, now we're getting to a very important decision point. Here you get the choice to either open a self-directed account or a managed account, which is called Quest Wealth Portfolio here. Personally, I only do self-directed investing, but see what's best for you. And I'll tell you the difference in case you're not familiar with this. Self-directed investing simply means that you invest by yourself. You make your own investment decisions, starting from what you buy, how much, and when and how much you want to sell. You make all your decisions on your own. And the biggest benefit of this is that there are no fees for trading stocks, ETFs, and even options. What I also like about self-directed or DIY investing is that you learn a ton. Each time before you buy something, you need to learn a bit about what you're buying. And over time, you become a bit more of an expert on investing. Now here's why some people use the other option, basically managed investing. With managed investing, someone else invests for you based on your preferences. And here's why I'm not such a big fan of managed investing. For one, there are fees. It's a percentage, let's say 1% that will be charged to you based on the size of your portfolio. If let's say you have $100,000 in investment, then each year at a 1% fee, you'll be charged $1,000, whether or not your investments perform. And that can quietly slow down your long-term growth. Quest Wealth portfolio fees are actually on the lower side, with only 0.2% for a portfolio of over 1 million and 0.25% for anything below it. Much lower than management fees at other institutions. But hey, it's still money, at least for me. The other thing is also that personally, I just don't like someone else making investment decisions for me. I'm someone who likes to take it into my own hands. Even if I make mistakes along the way, I get to decide exactly in detail what and how much I want to buy. Besides, there's also evidence that oftentimes managed portfolios don't perform better than even plain index ETFs. So make your decision. I'm just telling you what I've done and what I'll continue to do. I like having full control over the details of my investments, so I do self-directed investing. Now, if that's what you want to, then hit self-directed investing. Then simply click Open Self-Directed Account. Now, in case you're asking, what about the $50 cashback? How do I get that? This is the page where you can input an offer code if you like. I put my code in the descriptions of this video, so simply go and copy paste that here or type it in, or feel free to just skip the $50 cashback and continue. Then continue filling out the form, easy peasy. Country, I'm assuming Canada, and your address, then date of birth, marital status if you have a spouse, and your spouse's name. It will then ask you to verify your phone number, you'll get a verification code, then verify your email address and enter that code. On the next page, you'll be asked about your current employment status, for example, employed. Your employment details, your employer's contact information. Note that, of course, if you're a student, you'll get asked slightly different questions. Some disclosures here. You basically need to confirm that neither you nor your spouse are either working as a securities dealer or for a stock exchange. So if this and the other cases don't apply to you, choose none of these apply to me. Next, you'll get asked about your approximate annual income. So don't stress about this. Just put approximate income. It doesn't need to be exact to the penny, to the cent. The reason they ask is because financial institutions are just required to do so, but also to make sure that your investment behavior, so what you buy, how much, and so on, is consistent with the other information that you provided. Next, fill out the approximate value of your assets and liabilities. And again, it says approximate here, so you don't need to be exact to the cent, so don't stress. Your liquid assets are mainly your cash and what's in your bank account. Fixed assets are mostly any property you own, any vehicles, and other assets. Then liabilities are what you owe in terms of credit cards, line of credits, loans, and mortgages, and so on. So again, they ask for approximate numbers here just to get an idea of your net worth. Down here, it will then calculate your total net worth, which can be interesting in case you didn't know. It will ask if you're a tax resident of Canada for income tax purposes. If you've been living and working or studying in Canada and you've not been working overseas for years, then most likely you are. Check again if you're uncertain. I'm assuming yes for the purpose of this video, but in case you're unsure, in the app you'll find this link at the bottom you can go to on the Government of Canada website to check your residency status for tax purposes. Next, almost done, you'll also need to input your social insurance number. To open an account with Questrade or any financial institutions in Canada, you usually need a SIN. So fill out your SIN here. Important note, personally, I would not do this in public or on a public Wi-Fi network. Continue answering these questions. Were you born in the US, or are you a tax resident of the US or any other countries? For me, that would be none of these apply. Also answer if you want to trade options. If you're a beginner, then I would say no, but you can always change this later. So guys, we're almost done here. There are a few more other questions. I won't go through all of these steps. As you've seen so far, the form is pretty straightforward and I don't want to bore you. Just one thing, in one of the last steps, you will need to read through some agreements, scroll through them to see if you accept all of the terms. Now, going through the whole form should only take you about 10 minutes if you have all your information handy. And once you're done, and if all your information was complete, your Questrade account and TFSA will be opened in no time. Now in this video, I'll not go through how to fund your account and how to invest. You can watch this tutorial here where I cover funding. And once your TFSA account is open, you can start funding it and investing your money. Now, what about the $50 bonus? When will I actually get it? As per making of this video, the $50 bonus will be credited to you within 90 days of funding your account. Remember, to get the cashback, you will need to fund your account with just $250. Also, one note in case you're new to TFSAs, there are yearly contribution limits. To find out about these, simply go to the canada.ca website and type in TFSA contribution room. There's a maximum amount that you may contribute or deposit into your TFSA. If you go over that limit, the CRA can charge a 1% per month tax on the excess for as long as it stays in there. And if you want to learn more about how the TFSA works, the do's and don'ts, then you can join me in this video later.